Hey everyone, Mr. Laban here. We're getting ready for our video number 2 on getting started in Fusion 360. At the end of the last video, we had made a shape using the rectangle tool. It was actually a square. I think it was 50 by 50, and it just happened because I snapped to the little grid that says 50, so if it ended up being the wrong size, it doesn't matter. The one thing we did forget to do was finish the sketch. So if yours isn't showing up after we save that, well, it's because we didn't click the check mark up here, which allows you to finish the sketch. So once you ever complete drawing, if you hit finish the sketch, now that sketch is down, and now we're ready to move on to our next shapes. Now, the next thing is, since we've already made a square, let's make a circle next to it. So we're going to do the same idea here, just practicing doing our shapes. Reminder that our views are cubed, so we're in the front profile. That matters. If we do it perpendicular, it's going to flip our cube around. Or if I go to the top there, you can't see this right now because it's flat. It is there, but it's on the other side. I'm just going to slide back down to the front again. But I want to be in this view. Now that we're back to that view, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go in and make a different shape. So we're going to go and get some more sketching in. To create a sketch, we're going to go up here once again to create sketch. Once we select this, we're going to do the same thing we did last time. We're going to select that same spot. We're on the front of our navigation cube up in the top there. So it's selecting there. Now we're ready to draw. What we're going to do is just kind of zoom out a little bit. I'm just doing this with my scroll wheel, moving in and moving out. And if I push my scroll wheel down, it can pan as far as and slide to the left or slide to the right. And now I'm doing this by just pushing that scroll wheel in, using it as like a third or fourth button, whatever you want to consider that. Now, with that being said, right next to my square I made, I'm going to make a circle. When I select my circle, I'm actually going to slide over. If you can see these grid squares, let's go 1, 2 squares over, and we're just going to click and drag straight up and drop that right on where it snaps. Once again, it's reading 50 millimeters as far as it's making the circle by the diameter. When I drop that, now you can see that I have a circle made. And once again, to I guess stop or finish that sketch, what we have to do is go to the upper right-hand corner and select Finish Sketch. Now, we've went through the rectangle and the circle, creating those two things. The third thing we're going to create is we're going to create a line. So once I hit Create, select my plane, getting used to this now. I'm going to slide to the left-hand side, and we went 1, 2 away. This time what I'm going to select is not any of the ones over here, but actually this first one called the line. Now the line tool, if we slide over 1 square, 2 squares to the center, we can select, we can click, we can move at an angle if we wanted to. If you click, it drops a point and then it carries on. We can slide all the way to the next piece, drop that point, slide across. We can drop down near the bottom to that red axis, sliding across, and then back to where we started. And once we close this up, you can see it becomes a shape. Now, you can round those also. I can't remember what you got to do to make it rounded, but there's a way that I'll be explaining later. All right. Now, with that being said, there's our 3 shapes. Once again, finish sketch after we're done drawing our shapes. Now we're going to draw one more shape. So we're going to go up to the Create Sketch again, select our plane again, and this time we're going to go into the line. This time when we're creating our line, we're going to go down from the original square, 2 boxes, and we're going to click. Notice once again on our piece here, we can do lines, we can change things, we can also enter in data, which we haven't been doing yet. So if we wanted to go a certain distance, we could type that in. We could hit the Tab key to go from the distance to the degrees and change those things, just to give you some information or more information. For this one, I'm just going to click, and I'm going to click up, and I'm going to click again. Now, the next time I'm going to click, I'm actually going to click and drag and just see what happens from there. And you'll notice that if I click and drag this line, it creates an arc. And also notice that if I close that, we're going back to our piece this way, once again, it's going to create a shape. Just a random sketch to show you that we can click and drag the line to create arcs. Once again, closing your sketch after you're done. Now what we have here is we have 4 different shapes that we're going to manipulate in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hope that kind of gives you some, I guess, basics about the shapes that we can do in our sketches. Have a good day.